Hey guys, this is Cody with F is for Fanatics. Today, the question of the day, we're talking NIL. We're going to start from the very beginning of NIL. So, before NIL, players were not allowed to be paid to play. Um, they weren't even allowed to receive really any money, any gifts, anything like that. It was extremely strict. So then it came out, I think, in 2020, 2021 maybe, that they were going to start doing NIL. NIL is name, image, and likeness. So essentially, the players are allowed to make money off jersey sales and going and doing meet and greets and podcasts and stuff like that, which is totally fine. What it has kind of turned into is essentially boosters writing checks for pay to play. And nobody wants to say that, but that's what it is. Um, when NIL first came out, I thought it was going to be a really cool thing. I actually thought it was going to spread the talent around the NCAA a little bit more. You wouldn't get a conglomerate of 5 stars going to Alabama. You wouldn't, and Georgia and power programs like that are getting those 5 stars all the time. I thought it was going to be kind of like maybe if a kid was in state and close to a school that he grew up watching, let's say University of Illinois. Maybe there's a 5 star from Belleville, Illinois, and he grew up watching the Fighting Illini, and he's a 5 star, and everybody's after him. I thought NIL was going to be a deal where Illinois could come in and say, "Hey, man, you're going to be the big man on campus. You're going to sell jerseys here. You're going to essentially make a bunch of money because you're going to get all the income from our fans through your name, image, and likeness because you're going to be the guy here. Everybody's going to know you." Let's just say his name's Josh Smith from 5 star quarterback from Illinois. Everybody's going to buy Josh Smith jerseys, and you're going to make a ton of money, and you're going to be the face of the program. Well, that really hasn't happened at all. So essentially, there's been a couple teams that come out of nowhere that haven't recruited well for years. Miami comes to mind, and people say, "Well, Mario Cristobal's a great recruiter. He is a good recruiter, but he's not at the level of what they're recruiting right now. They have deep pockets. They got a guy there, and he has figured out this NIL deal better than I would probably say anybody. Texas A&M, another one, historically doesn't recruit one or two, and now we've gotten to the point where we're just blowing recruiting rankings out the door. I think Alabama just signed 7 5 stars, the top class ever for recruiting rankings. And if you really don't know how recruiting rankings work, that's a topic for another day. You can look at 247, and they kind of basically just break down what the player is worth via if he is going to pan out to be a first round pick, essentially, or what round he'll go into the NFL. So there's only so many 5 stars. So what you've got is essentially, I think there is going to be a little bit of change of power, possibly, but it's going to be Alabama, Georgia for a long time, I think. But I think you're going to see a couple teams just come out of nowhere. Like I said, I was kind of hoping for like the Illinois situation where it spreads the wealth. Some of these teams can get 5 stars. Some of these programs that just don't ever get 5 stars can get them. I thought it was going to be really cool. I thought it was going to make it more competitive. It really hasn't made it more competitive. I mean, it's one of those things. You have to recruit well to win national championships. And if people say that you don't, then go watch the Georgia TCU game again. So, well, that's the question of the day. Essentially, I want you to just comment below and say what you think about the NIL tag your favorite team in there, and just and if you think that team's doing well with NIL, just put, you know, Florida Gators are doing extremely well in NIL. And if you like it, a lot of people don't. There's a lot of kind of old guard that can't stand this and hates it and thinks that it's going to bring players that don't want to be at the school for reasons more than money. But we'll discuss that more in depth on another question of the day. Just wanted to get it out to you guys. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.